Hello folks, my name is Tracy with Pierce Home and RV here in Billings, Montana. Just wanted to go ahead and go over with the mobile suites with you guys, kind of show you some features, benefit on the coach itself. Yeah, Sikkens paint on this one. The thing is with Sikkens is that it's actually a malleable paint. So in the hot and cold weather, it will actually expand and contract with itself. So that way you don't get the splitting and cracking like you would in the older units that are out there. Another thing on this guy is that you got your more ride hitch pin in this one too as well, which eliminates chucking when you're going down the road and just gives you a better ride all the way around. Now these jacks were actually built for DRV. They were actually built by DRV. They're not a bolt-on system. They're actually a part of the coach itself. You got a bigger diameter jack itself. It could actually lift itself off the ground. It's got that much power. And they're sitting at a 5-degree angle too as well to give you a better plant. So you can not going to get that sway and all that in there like you would in some other coaches. Now if you go over to here, you got your one-touch system. This is for your auto level. All you do is just press on, comes on, and it'll sit here and it'll adjust itself here for a minute. But all you do is just press auto level when you're coming out, take your truck out. Usually they'll dump down, they'll level themselves out. And it's just a one-touch play system. As well, you got your satellite inputs and cable inputs and a phone input. And then right here, you just feed everything through, lock her up so nobody can get in there. Guys. So on this one, you got two 40-pound tanks. They're on a track system right here, so you can pull them out with relative ease. So when you guys get ready to go and fill your tanks, just flip this little latch right here, and then they go on and you can just pull them out right there. Now if you go to the back over here, you got your basement compartment. Now on this compartment, you got two heaters on this guy. One is just for the front and then one is for the back, and they're both separate units. Another thing is with this, if you look up underneath here, you can actually see the superstructure of the unit. Everything is boxed tubular steel, all is welded, and it's actually finished with a good powder coat, so this looks nice and good. Now over to here, you got the manifold system. This is specific just to DRV. So like, let's say hypothetically if this happens, let's say if you got a leak in your kitchen. The nice thing about this is that you can sit here, go straight to whichever one. Let's say it's the sink hot in the kitchen, you just turn it off, but you get water to everything else. Another thing is with DRV is their insulation. It's a spun wool fiber. You can sit here and rub this on your hand and you're not going to get that itching and all that other feeling, and it is formaldehyde free. So you're going to get really good heat retention and cold retention too as well. Another thing is with these guys is that they got a 3 1/4 sidewall all the way around their unit. They're one of the only manufacturers out there that have the thickest wall in the industry. Okay, another thing on this guy, you're going to have dual pane windows, and they're a radius cut window with a safety glass and a 60% grade tint on them. So you're not going to get any sun rot on the interior of the coach, and it's just going to keep it cooler in the summertime, and it's going to keep it warmer in the wintertime. So as you can see on this coach, it's a one-piece molded fiberglass rear cap with your window recessed into it. Another thing is with this coach, you got a 2-piece ladder system, so you can take that off, put it in your coach, and just give you some more security there as well. 5,000-pound hitch with a 7-pin adapter for your towing needs. So it's pretty standard when it comes to that. If you come onto the side here, you've got 2 activity lights on the side. Nice thing about what this does is when you put your truck in reverse, it will actually turn those lights on and be as a reverse light, so people know when you're actually going in reverse. This is a more ride system. It's a fully independent system. On this guy, you got 5.5 inches of travel on this system, and it's completely independent of itself. These are 8,000-pound axles on this coach right here. As well on this system, it's actually electric step up. So what you'll do is you'll just press retract. And then you're off and ready to go. Now when you get down to your place that you want to be at, you just press extend. And it does vice versa and brings everything out. Another thing I wanted to show you guys on this unit is your two Suburban heaters on this one. You got one right here, and then you got one up front. They're two separate heaters, completely separate from themselves. One's for the coach on this half, and then one will do your basement compartment and the upper level of your coach. And nice thing about this one is notice how sturdy the steps are in this unit. You can fit probably 3 or 4 guys on this one, and you won't even hardly get any flex on this step. It's really nice and solid, and as well as a 4-step, so that way you don't have to extend up a foot and get out of kilter or get out of balance just to get up in your unit. So it's really forgiving on that end. Nice grab handle to keep your sturdiness. As well, when you come inside, you can see the features of this beautiful coach. Now on this coach right here, you got 8-foot slides on this coach. I mean, it's just huge when it comes to that. Not a lot of people do this in this market. But when you get into luxury, you can kind of bump it up a little bit. Another thing, construction-wise, that makes this coach different is it's not a sloped roof. It is a crowned roof, but it's not sloped like some other units out there. So that way you get taller ceilings, and as well you can get your taller slide outs in this one too. As you can see, a very rich interior. On these guys, I use full solid cabinetry. On this one, I think this one is the honey glaze interior. And then as well, you get your full solid Corian countertops. Nice thing about Corian, there's only 2 things that they'll actually run in an OR. And one of them is going to be stainless steel and Corian. The reason being why they do that is because microbes can't get into the solid surface of the unit, and it just keeps itself nice and clean, and just general ease of maintenance of keeping everything looking good. Another thing is with DRV, you get your full kitchen sinks. You get 2 deep well sinks in this one, and as well you get a garbage disposal in this too as well. Your garbage disposal is right here. You do have a Whisper air conditioning unit in this one, and just like in your home, you got your return air ducts up on the ceiling to return that air back into the units. That way you get full circulation of everything that you got going on here, as well as your vents are on the furthest way of the point of the coach. That way you get good ventilation through this unit, and just make it feel, like I said, more at home. Another thing is that they use full residential style carpeting in this too as well. So you get a nice good plan on it. It feels nice and cushy, and just feels good to walk on too as well. Got your residential dishwasher on this one, so that way you can keep all your plates clean. This feels more like at home. If we go over to here, you got your convection oven with your gas 3-top burner. Full solid Corian countertop, so you can utilize all the space in this unit. As well, you got a actual tile backsplash in this one too. If you go up to here, you got your residential GE convection oven microwave. Just an awesome unit. As well, if you look over here on that side, you got your residential Whirlpool French door and under mount freezer. Everything on this guy is going to be on a 110 system. They do run a Magnum inverter in this one, so that way it can keep all the power to the stuff that you need. Alright guys, so now we're getting into the upper part of the unit right here. As you can see, nice easy entrance to get into. You're not having to go sideways to get up into the top part of the unit here. A few things I wanted to pick out on this unit. Just residential style switches and all this on this too, just to make you feel more at home for one. If you get up into here, you go into the bathroom. Nice easy way into your bathroom. As well, you got a full porcelain commode in this one, solid surface countertops, and as well a full residential shower. Alright guys, another thing I really wanted to point out on this guy is all your lighting in this one too as well is going to be LED lighting, and as well a nice soft touch roof on this one too as well, or ceiling I should say. The reason being why that is it gives you another barrier for sound, so that you don't get any protruding sounds that you don't want to hear while you're sleeping up here or in just the rest of the coach. Another thing I wanted to bring up here is this one's fully prepped for washer and dryer. So another thing on this one guys, get a full king size bed in this unit. As well, you get a lot of height in this guy too as well. Just like what I was touching upon when we first came into the coach, is the height of this coach and how they are just built. If you get into this part of the unit right here, Nice thing I love about this unit is that you get actual real cedar in the actual closet area. As well, if you go into here, with all your drawers and components in here, they're all solid steel ball bearing rollers, and they are a soft close design too as well in this unit, all the way around the coach. Alright, this taking a seat here on this land furniture, I just want to personally invite you guys down to Pierce Home and RV. My name is Tracey Dinkle. Thanks for giving me the time of your day to take a look at our luxury RVs, especially the DRV. Thank you guys again.